Hello, everyone. Welcome out to CarShield Field for today's PCDL game against Gold and Gray. That's pretty much the same. Team Perk versus Team Huss. We've got a good one for you here. Starting on the mound for the Gold Squad is Mason Berkey today, and he's going to be facing off against Nick Mullinax. Oh, excuse me, that is not Nick Mullinax. That's Henry Kufa wearing the gold. And gets hit. We still have this hostile mentality going on, fellas. A lot of HBPs going on. So Kufa is on by the hit by pitch. Brings up Tom Dickinson. We've seen some good flashes of leather from Mr. Dickinson. Sure he wants to get the bat going. And that shattered that bat. Slow roller. The out made, boy, you could hear that. Just shattered that. I mean, it didn't fall into pieces, but you definitely ain't going to hit with that again. That's out number one. Kufa to second base. Brings up Logan Winkleman. I had a great conversation today with Mr. Logan Winkleman. That'll be out tomorrow on our Premier Player Spotlights. Young man from around this area, went to CBC High School, and is at Lakeland Community College as the pass ball gets away from Skylar Stock, and Kufa advances to third base on the pass ball. That's a pass ball, right, Lane?
Yeah, I think so.
Give it to the catcher. Pitchers get enough, right? Lane Harris back here working the stats for Premier Pitching and Performance. Been here now this fourth week, right?
Yes, sir.
Getting it done. Working through all the issues with the technology at times. Popped up. Vaughn is at the wall, but it's going to find the seats. You got room. Wall. You can't go up in the stands and catch them. Doesn't work that way. So we got 1-1 to Winkleman. On deck is Jaden Jones. Jones hit an opposite field home run yesterday. Pretty majestic shot. 1-2. Another beautiful day here at the ballpark. We're at CarShield Field. Chase is out of the zone, and that is out number 2. So Berkey, after the hit by pitch, shatters the bat, gets the K, and he's got to face Jaden Jones with a runner at third. Jones able to drop one out of this park. Nice job by the catcher, Skylar Stock, behind the plate, keeping that ball from getting to the backstop. Keep the run at third base. Keep the runner, I should say. It hasn't become a run until the runner hits home plate. That's 2-0 to Jones. We're going to be 7.5 innings today, folks. Yep. 7.5. That's 3-0. Being careful here with Jones. Now these two are familiar with. I'm not quite sure because it's a couple years separation, but got Francis Howell versus Francis Howell Central here in the matchup, and that is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. He didn't throw Jones anything close to the strike zone. And going to take his chances with Anthony Gura. And that's ball one. Problem is sometimes when you do that, maybe you take yourself out of rhythm and start throwing more balls than you do strikes, as he has done here. And now the runner comes home, and you pitch around the big bat, and the run scores, and Jones is at second base. So on the wild pitch, Gray takes a 1-0 lead. Grounded back up the middle. Shortstop can't quite get the ball in the glove on that in-between hop. And Gura has an infield single. As Jones moves to third, popped up and is going to drop foul. Andrew Kovalak at the plate. This kind of seems to happen at times. You see what has kind of gone here. Berkey pitched around Jaden Jones. And I think got himself out of a little rhythm there. And he's got 2 on. 1 run's already in. It's 2 outs. And he's facing Kovalak and Linneman on deck. And that's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kovalak. Misses in. 2-1. Little buzz the tower. Got to get a nice close shave as the ball whistles by. I like it. Nice cool breeze right on us here in the booth. It's really nice. Oh, well, didn't buzz the tower. He ran into the tower. Again, here we are back to the hostility. That's 2 hit by pitch in this inning. Wrapped around a base on balls. Gura with the infield single. And you have a mess of trouble. Joey Linneman swings at the first pitch, strike 1. Good off speed. Bottom falls off of that. Fastball up in the zone. 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Linneman works back even in the count here. 2-2. And line back up through the middle. And that's going to be a 1 RBI single as Gura gets thrown out at the plate. Nice tag by Skylar Stock and cuts down the runner. So we got a 2-0 lead here as the gold team comes to bat.
This will be a good one.
Gonna be a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. All right, folks, we're here to the bottom of the first inning. We have Brody Signorelli. Again, I think we saw these two, I think it was in the first week, facing off. Fort Zumwalt West versus Francis Howell High School. Big rivalry here in the St. Charles County area with the GAC South. So this is always fun. Signorelli, the lefty, heading over to Crowder Community College or junior college, whichever you want to put it. Watch this young man pitch the last couple of years. Really tough from the left side. Got good arm side run, good off speed, and works to keep guys off balance. He'll start off facing Nick Mullinax, Sean Mitchell, and Cone Linderer. And I don't see Mr. Linderer down there. So we may just jump to Jack Cartwright. Doesn't look like we're going to see Mr. Cartwright either. I think Mr. Cartwright is pitching today. He is. I know he's pitching, so he might not be in the lineup. He's not, is he? That's what I thought. Yeah. Won't hit if he's pitching, correct? Gotcha. Got to get the rules straight around here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you joining us here today, folks. Tuning in for today's ball game. We hope you're enjoying the broadcasts each week. And hope if you like what we're doing here, subscribe. We've got some great content throughout the year. With our podcasts from Baseball Talk to the Hitting Zone to Baseball 101 to right here. I hope you enjoyed or got a chance to check out the content yesterday. If you haven't, check it out today. We did a great podcast. Darren Sissel joined Brett Graves from Premier Pitching and Performance on the Keep Climbing podcast. That is every Monday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope you enjoyed it. We got great stuff every week. We hope to get our baseball moms going. Shout out to Jen Mayberry. We got to get the Baseball Moms podcast up and going again. And we got some good baseball coming up as well. That's outside. So we got a 3-1 count. 3-2. I'm sorry. I missed a chicka in my scorebook. That's outside ball 4. So Mullinax with the walk leads off the inning. But we got some good stuff coming up, don't we, guys? We got the Centennial Missouri State Championships coming up from Sedalia. Go figure, at Liberty Park. It's Centennial, but yeah, state championships. I was getting there. It's at Liberty Park in Sedalia for the Legion 100th. Yes. Sean Mitchell at the plate. He's 2-0 to Signorelli. Throw over. Boy, that was close. That's a good throw. Three and 0. Anyway, we're going to be in Sedalia for the state championships. That will be July 24th through the 27th. A lot of baseball being played. We got our power rankings out. We're going to see some pretty good baseball Before that, as Mitchell takes the walk, so back-to-back walks for Signorelli to open this game. Oh, we do have Cohen Linderer there coming up to bat. We're going to be hosting the Centennial celebration at for the Summer Bash Series at Prime Sports in St. Peters, Missouri. That's going to be July 22nd. That's a Tuesday. Looking forward to that. Going to have some fun. Got all kinds of stuff coming up. Finishing out the summer. Gets ahead of Linderer here. On the strike, the ball gets away from Graham. So on the pass ball, both runners move up 90 feet. And a grounder to the shortstop. Linderer with great speed. Did he hang it? He did. Byers hung on to the bag. Ground out RBI for Cohen Linderer. And it's a 2-1 ball game now. Brings up Noah Hendrickson with a runner at third and only one out. So one of the walks has come around to score. Let's see if Signorelli can strand that last walk. And a ground ball. And Mitchell stays put. Oh, and on the tag. Fantastic play by the big man over there, Byers. Goes up and gets it and gets the tag down on Hendrickson. And Mitchell stays put at third. And kind of, I thought he might take off and score on that because the shortstop was back. Ball one to Jackson Vaughn. Yesterday, had a good conversation after the game. 2 for 2 with a walk. Scored a couple runs, stole a base, had a good day at the plate. And that's inside. 2-0. Line drive right back up the middle. And the hitting keeps coming as Mitchell scores from third. RBI single for Jackson Vaughn. Brings up Skylar Stock. He's a young man that's been behind the plate to start the game, and now he takes the ball outside. So both teams have plated a couple runs here in this first inning. One left out there. 2-0. Three and 0. The proverbial 3-0 strike was right down the middle. Another good pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Stock. Signorelli trying to finish this inning, stranding the runner at first. Vaughn goes. The ball hit hard. Oh, backhand play by the third baseman over there. A dandy of a play from Anthony Gura to get the final out. We're heading to the top of the second inning. Score tied 2-2.
Not necessarily that I was like some big fish or by any means, but the analogy of like big fish, little pond. Holy cow! When you start to realize where your talent fits in and this grand picture of what baseball actually is, not just what you've been exposed to, your mind's like, holy cow! I better step it up.
So we're waiting for somebody to warm up the pitcher. Mr. Stock was at the plate and has to get on his gear. I think you could have probably sent somebody out there for the poor guy. Somebody grab a glove. Let's go, bro. Trey Kent Landrum will be leading off. Actually, I'm on the wrong side. There we go. Marcus Graham. Then Bryce Byers and Zach Halim will be facing Mason Berkey here in the top of the second inning. Good throw down. Ooh, catching it at the toes is Oliver Carchi out there at second base. Got Mullinax at third. Sean Mitchell's at first. And we have Trey Kent Landrum at short. Looks like we got Joey Linneman. Nope. Who's in center field there? We'll have to try and catch up with that. That is strike one on the outside corner to Graham. One ball, one strike. Look down at the bullpen. There's a lot of dudes down there, and there's going to be. It'll just lessen as the days go, as the innings go on. 2-1. Last guy standing down there. It's like, hey, where'd all my buddies go? Nobody to talk to. As through the wickets, another pass ball. 3 balls and 1 strike to Graham. So far, the hit by pitches and the walks have dominated the first 2 innings. And again, a leadoff walk here for Marcus Graham. Brings up Bryce Byers. From the left side, looking to do some damage, and takes a ball. Two and 0. Berkey takes a moment here on the mound. takes a big, deep breath. Runner goes, and that's a strike, and the throw is not in time. Graham runs pretty well for a catcher and gets the stolen base. And I believe he called that a strike. 2 balls and a strike. And that's grounded through the hole. And Coach Huss is going to stop Graham at third. Better part of valor. And we got first and third with nobody out here. Brings up Zach Halim. One ball, no strikes. One ball, one strike. One ball, 2 strikes to Halim. And that is going to get out of play. Halim stays alive. That didn't sound good off the bat. Maybe got a little splinter crack in there. Ooh, good job by Stock not to let that get to the backstop. 2-2. Grounded back to Berkey. Goes to second. Oh, nice job over there by Kent Landrum just to get the lead runner. Throwing the dirt, got it backhanded, and got the out. So Graham is still at third. That's ball 1 to Colton Nichols. Little fly ball to deep right field. Dolly backing up, throws it back in, but it's deep enough to get Graham home. And Nichols with the sac fly gives the Gray squad the lead back at 3-2. Sean Rauscher at the plate. Smokes one through the 6-hole there. Excuse me. 5-hole. I don't know which one it is. This is past the shortstop. Two-out single. Halim at second. Rauscher at first. And we're back to the top of the order with Henry Kufa, and he takes a strike. Flown into shallow right center. Under it is the center fielder, Cohen Linder to make the catch, and Strands 2, but they get one. We head to the bottom of the second, 3-2 Gray.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at CarShield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, you know. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Signorelli out for his second inning of work. Going to be facing off against Trey Kent Landrum, James Dolly, and Oliver Karchi. I was looking up to see that, hit through the Signorelli takes care of a little pop-out from Landrum. That's where first baseman, catcher got to take control. You see that across the board, but Signorelli gets it done. That's outside. James Dolly at the plate. Player spotlight with Mr. Dolly today was interesting conversation. He did not go, so we got 2-0. We'll have those posted tomorrow. Check out our premier player spotlights. Logan Winkleman, James Dolly, they will be out tomorrow. We going social on those guys? We'll be going social on them. YouTube, whatever. If you follow us anywhere on YouTube, X, we will have those up. Good conversations with these young men who are working their way back into school, working to get better. And that is ball 4. So the walks continue to mount here in the first 2 innings from both these pitchers. Strike to Oliver Karchi. One ball, one strike. This is where we've seen yesterday. We saw a similar similar outing from the pitchers. A lot of walks, hit by pitch. Ended up being a football score yesterday, and 14-7. We got a 3-2 ball game today. Signorelli just picking at that outside corner and just not being able to get it too over the plate. Now that is the proverbial 3-0 strike, which seemed a little off the plate. 3-2 actually. I thought that was on the chalk. Back-to-back walks. We got Jackson Beeman, who just recently joined the PCDL. Kind of getting himself acclimated, getting his feet wet. Be efforting some information from this young man. Yeah, because I haven't efforted it yet. Haven't been able to talk to him. Strike one. Grounded to the third baseman, steps on the bag, throws across, and another stellar defensive play from Anthony Gura at third base, getting the double play. 5 unassisted, 5-3. We're heading to top of the third inning with the score 3-2. Gray. I love it. I agree completely. Coaching wise, we talk to infielders. I would talk to infielders. Look, because we're so caught up in, give me max effort. And so in our minds, effort is straining, is stress, moving. No.
Quick and flowy.
Smoother. And I would always say this, smoother is faster.
Yep.
When you see somebody come through, boom, smooth, boom, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dominic Horn taking the mound for the Gold Squad here as we close the book on Berkey. 3 runs, couple of hit by pitch, 2 walks, only 2, gave up 3 hits. So bit of a tough outing there for Berkey. We've seen him a little bit better, a little rougher today, but that's the process. And you know what's interesting too here, folks, is you're getting these pitchers now, or these hitters are starting to see these pitchers a little bit more. And it's tough as it is because most of these guys will only see Dominic Horn one time, and maybe some of these hitters won't see him at all. So the next time you face him, you might only get one look. But you do get to see him on the mound. You kind of get a chance to see what he does, how he throws. So the more familiar the hitters get, the more opportunities I think you'll see for these hitters to swing the bat well against these pitchers. Tom Dickinson leads off here in the top of the third inning. They have a 3-2 lead over the Gold Squad. Horn is set and fires home for ball 1. Little off speed, misses inside, 2-0. Grounded to the third baseman. Mullinex up with it. Out number 1. Brings up low. Excuse me. Yeah. Should be Logan Winkleman. We're switching batting orders now. Because Winkleman was up before Jones last time, so ain't that weird? Shoot, man, Perk ought to be watching, getting out here, batting out of order. I don't think anybody's really paying much attention. It's 2-0. It's fouled back out of play. 2 balls and a strike. One, two, opposite, sorry. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Put the chicken in the wrong place. Two balls, 2 strikes. Little flare caught by James Dolly in right field for out number 2. It's a good thing I'm a semi-professional scorekeeper. I can make this all work. Logan Winkleman at the plate. Curveball misses in. Grounded to Mullinex. And a 1-2-3 for Dominic Horn. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-2 Gray.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. All right, folks, we got Calvin Robinson coming up onto the diamond, or onto the mound, I should say, for his first inning of work. We saw him last week. He struggled a little bit with his command. Got a good fastball, though. Where does he range, Lane? Mr. Robinson.
First week we had him at 86 to 90. Last week it was not working for him, but I think all time he's been up to like a 93 or 94. But he was
Wow.
86, 90 in the last couple of weeks here.
So we've seen him touch 90 here, folks. Been sitting in the upper 80s. It's just the command that we've seen, the off speed, where he's working on. Young man out of Mississippi. Three pitches.
I believe it's fastball, cutter, slider, changeup. I think 4.
Okay. Fastball, slider, cutter, change. That's a pretty good mix. If you can make all those work together, that can be a pretty lethal combination. Keeps guys off balance. My goodness, it's getting ugly down there. We got hockey sticks going everywhere. Close the book on Signorelli. Excuse me, 4 walks. Only gave up 1 hit. But the 4 walks only came back to bite him in the first inning. He got out of the second, only giving up the 2 runs. We're back to the top of the order here in the third with Nick Mullenix, Sean Mitchell, and then we'll have Cohen Linderer. I think that hit him in the big toe. So, again, the hostilities continue with the hit by pitch. Brings up Sean Mitchell. I'm just kidding, folks, in that respect. You can Robinson, he's out there kind of chuckling. I don't think he ain't mean to hit nobody.
Oh, no. We say it in all good fun.
What do we got, a balmy 84 in here, Drew? Is that what that says? A balmy 84 degrees? Not too bad today, huh? But that's in the booth.
No, well, that's outside.
It is the ambient temperature of the current morning.
We're not in the heat of the day yet.
Sweet. 84 degrees. Nice. Yeah, we'll see. Supposed to have some rain in the forecast today. But later this afternoon, hoping it doesn't get too booming and cracking. That's outside. Hope you're having a pleasant day wherever you're at. Thanks for joining us here at CarShield Field for today's PCDL matchup. Gray versus gold, as Mitchell pops that foul and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. So Mitchell down on strikes. Was that the cutter? Catches the outside corner. Linderer at the plate. Had an RBI ground out. His first at bat. Robinson's pretty imposing figure up on the mound. Big kid. Was he 6'4", Lane?
That I'm not sure.
Okay. I would imagine somewhere close to that.
Yeah, somewhere 6'4", 6'5", probably, yeah.
Yep. After a couple of throwovers, we got ball 1 to Linderer. Pace of the game is slowed a bit. Robinson a little more deliberate. 2-0. Three and 0. And that ball is flown into right field and foul. Bounces into the seats. Man, I love the aggressiveness there. That's a 3-0 count. And Lane is trying to get the attention of somebody. We need some walkie-talkies up here. So Robinson gets back to a full count here after the foul ball. Throws a good pitch. Fastball. For a strike. We'll see if Mullenix takes off. He stays put, and that is outside for another walk. So a hit by pitch, a walk. Sandwiched in between those is a strikeout, and we have Noah Hendrickson at the plate. Robinson steps off. Little cat and mouse. Long look. Gets the call on the outside corner to Hendrickson for strike one. One ball, one strike. Now to Hendrickson. Jackson Vaughn on deck. Pretty good crowd today. Folks coming out to watch their kids play. Two balls and a strike. And as far as I know, it's free to get in. I don't think they're charging anybody to get in here. That misses low. 3-1 to Hendrickson. And that is another walk. Rauscher, I like that. Second baseman coming in to chat with the pitcher. Hey, chuck it up there, see if he can hit it. You know, throw it down the proverbial pipe, as they call it. May not want to do that with this guy, though. It's ball one to Jackson Vaughn, who is 1 for 1 with a ribby. He was stranded on the base paths in the first inning. Another opportunity here. Grounded to the first baseman, Byers. Hits off the heel, but recovers enough to get, you can see a little frustration with himself there, but gets the out. So Vaughn with the RBI ground out gets the second out. Mullenix scores to tie the game here, and everybody moves up 90 feet. And we have Skylar Stock at the plate. 3-3 tie. Robinson trying to work around these walks. Good curveball for strike one. Trying to strand these last two. He's out front. It's the first 0-2 count he's had. He's way out front. Let's see if he can finish it off here. See if he'll come and attack the zone as he's been doing here in this at-bat. One ball, 2 strikes. The last pitch gets away from him. See if he can get back right in the zone here. As Robinson tries to finish this off. Ooh, I think that caught everybody. Catcher, then blew. I think that hit the fouled off and hit the catcher's top of the catcher's mask. Get out of here, Mr. Bumblebee. We're getting buzzed in the tower here, aren't we? So everybody looks like we're okay. No concussions. And that is a great curveball. Robinson finishes it off there. Strands 2, 1 run scores. We're heading to the top of the 4th inning.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at CarShield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, you know. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Here we go. Now we got somebody to warm up the pitcher. Dominic Horn back out for his 2nd inning of work. There's not been a lot of hits in the game, but the traffic's been due to the walks, and that's been something that's been interesting as we've seen a lot of these pitchers. And I think that's why they're here as part of the developmental league. You got guys, how can we be more efficient in our from inning to inning, getting better in your strike to ball ratio, and cutting down on the walks, giving up the free bases, whether it be a hit by pitch, or a base on balls. You can't control the errors. All you can do is control, I think, where it starts is your command of the strike zone with all your pitches. So that's what these young men are here working on. And we've seen some good spots, and we've seen some not so good spots. And I think that's what we were going to see here in the PCDL is a Collegiate Development League. So as we watch Dominic Horn from his first outing struggled a bit, had the 1-2-3, and his first inning here of work. So let's see what he can do here in the top of the 4th inning. He's going to face off against Anthony Gura, Andrew Kovalak, and then Joey Linneman. If anybody does get on, Marcus Graham, or they don't get a double play. Something like that. Gura fouls that one back to the backstop. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike as that ball misses outside. Looks like. Fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So let's see if he comes back here with the curveball, which he missed outside. Try to get that feel for that pitch here. A little extra time in the dugout from that last half inning. There it is. Gets the roll. That's a good pitch by Horn. Ah! And those are the things right there. As a pitcher, you can't control. So Beeman couldn't pick it. Low throw by Canton Landrum. And the ground ball goes as an E6 if you're scoring at home. Brings up Andrew Kovalak. We'll see if Dominic Horn can get another ground ball. Wants to get that double play. Runner does not go. It's ball 1 inside. Because that was a great sequence from Horn. He got that curveball back on the outside, got him to roll over with the ground ball to the shortstop. Just couldn't complete the play. Ooh. That looked like a pretty good pitch in the zone. But it's called a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball. Chews him up on the hands for a foul back. Out of play. That's lined into center field, coming on. Oh, and he couldn't come up with the catch. Kovalak on his way to second base as the ball gets away from Linderer. Heck of an effort. I thought he caught it there for a moment. I really did. And it got behind him. What'd you guys think? Skipped under? Skipped under his glove, yeah. Heck of an effort out there by Linderer. That ball was dying fast. And now the double puts runners at second and third. And Lindeman at the plate, who had an RBI single in the first inning. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Gray with a chance to get back on the board. Nobody out here. Ground ball. Horn is coming home. That is a nice play. Oh, you heard the dugout. Where you going? Stay out third. And almost got tagged out. Nice play by Dominic Horn. Pitchers are athletes too. Am I correct in that, Lane?
Yeah, especially me.
Especially that was a heck of a play by Dominic Horn. Comes home, they get the out, so they cut down the run for out number 1. That's scoring at home 1-2-5. Kovalak goes to third. Lindeman was at first on the fielder's choice, and now is at second base with a stolen base, and it is second and third, nobody out. Ball to Marcus Graham to start this at-bat. Two and 0. Three balls and no strikes to Graham. Free base, an open base over here. This is where you don't necessarily mind so much a walk. Three balls and a strike. Little flare. Oh, and Landrum catches it Linneman way off the bag, and the double play, and Dominic Horn, heck of a job pitching here, gives up the double, but gets the double play from his shortstop on a heck of a catch on the broken bat. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning, score 3-3. I love it. I agree completely. Coaching-wise, we talk to infielders. I would talk to infielders. Look, because we're so caught up in, give me max effort. And so in our minds, effort is straining, is stress, moving. Like, no.
Quick and flowy.
Smoother. And I would always say this, smoother is faster.
Yep.
When you see somebody come through, boom, smooth, boom, all of a sudden, like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got Calvin Robinson coming out for his second inning of work. I just want to talk a little bit about SSM Health Physical Therapy. They're out here working with these athletes every week. Brad Henderson is out here working with these athletes, helping them, talking to them about their health, stretching, whatever you can think of. It's sports medicine, physical therapy, work conditioning, recovery, reconditioning, whatever the case may be. And I know the Sports Barn, where Premier Pitching and Performance has their place. There's also the SSM Health Physical Therapy there at the Sports Barn. So happy to have SSM Health Physical Therapy working with Premier Pitching and Performance out here with these young athletes. So we appreciate their work. All right, here we go. Robinson pitched himself into some trouble, but then pitched himself out in the third inning. Starts off with a ball here to Trey Kent Landrum. Made a heck of a play at shortstop here. Usually what happens, then you come back and you usually have a good moment at the plate. We'll see if it translates here. 1-1 as James Dolly is on deck. Oliver Carchi to follow, and that ball is way outside. 2-1. Looks like we got Zach Halim at first base. Jaden Jones goes to third. And that is hit sharply foul. Coach P over there with his cat-like reflexes gets right out the way. Good change up. Gets Landrum way out in front. Heck of a nice pitch. Better start for Robinson here with the strikeout. James Dolly coming to the plate now. Something smells good around here. Smell that? Oh, the hand sanitizer again. That's what it was the last time, I think. Smells like coconut and palm breeze, man. That's outside. Ball one. I'll tell you here, folks, if Robinson gets command of that fastball, his off speed, that changeup is really good. That's fouled back out of play 1-1. If he's consistent with that fastball in the zone, that changeup it looks like it really dropped 10 miles an hour off that fastball. There it is right there. Had him way out front. Great exchange from the fastball to the changeup. Dolly, no chance at that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throws it again. Out number 2. So back-to-back Ks for Robinson. Much better start here in the 4th inning for him. Oliver Carchi to the plate. Let's see if he can finish it out. Fastball is up. Two balls, no strikes as that misses just a bit outside. I think Graham wanted that one. He's chatting with the blue. Good fastball swung through and missed from Carchi. Strike 1. Changeup misses. 3 balls and a strike to Carchi. And that misses low. So a 2-out walk for Carchi brings up Jackson Beeman. Fastball foul back. Good fastball from Robinson. Good hustle, Blue. Chasing down the foul balls. Long look. Ball misses in. That's a no-go from Carchi. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good curveball. Strike on the inner half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball misses up. 2-2. I think Robinson would like to have that one back. It's good. Just left it up a little bit. Couldn't get all the way on top of that pitch. Great change for strikeout number. He strikes out the side, has the walk, but heck of an outing there in this 4th inning for Robinson. We're heading to the top of the 5th, score 3-3.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep reaching in. One stolen base, a hit by pitch Oh my goodness. All right, we're back here at the ballpark. No? Oh, I'm sorry. We got Will Browning on the mound here to start this top of the fifth inning. And I'm joined by one of our cohorts in our baseball community at Youth Baseball Midwest from the Hitting Zone podcast, owner of the Hitting Zone facility, director of New Era Baseball. How many more hats you got there?
I'm here, so that's a hat. The podcast is a hat.
Yeah. No, we mentioned all those.
I was just talking to another guy about another hat. Oh, I train too. I
Yes.
train kids.
Yeah,
train softball.
instructor. Baseball and softball, right?
Yeah, like to fish, like to hunt.
Yeah.
Those
You
are
like to
hats.
hunt duck,
Ducks and geese.
ducks and geese.
Duck, duck, goose.
We got Bryce Beyer up for his second at bat, grounded back to the pitcher. He's down. He's up 2-0. What do you think of watching some of the ball here today, Mitch?
This was an early start, so I got the chance to come up last week and got to see a little bit of what they do pregame and stuff like that. And I really like the vibe of, how they present to these kids. I was just talking to Brett and, how they get the chance to work out and train, and then they come here and do this. It's a pretty cool experience because I think this is what's exciting about college athletics, and there's some high school kids in here getting prepared for it, but
Well, it's their next year. They just graduated.
Yeah.
In that respect,
Just
Yeah,
graduated.
just graduated.
good point.
Yeah.
We're not talking about seniors in high school.
Exactly.
They've already moved on. But I think it's neat. Obviously, it's tough to get fans because I think some of these kids travel in, so they don't always have fans here. But there's a lot going
Got some
on.
parents and stuff hanging out,
Yeah,
watching their kids
sure they're
for some of the
local.
last time, right?
Could be.
I mean, in person and things like that.
Look what's going on. They got down the left field line. You got guys warming up. You got guys in the outfield warming up, and it feels like it's really trying to develop these guys versus just going out playing baseball games that may not matter. There's no fans here, so you have to stay focused. Not,
You have
not
to
a
bring
lot.
your own energy.
Yeah. So it really challenges, I think, the players.
And that ball is driven deep and out of here. Bryce Beyer with the big fly. Second day in a row we've seen that ball hit out of the ballpark here into right field. And the big man destroys that one.
He knew it off the bat.
That ball was crushed.
Started trotting right off the bat. I like the changeup that number 28 here has. I forgot the name of him. You gave it to me last week, but
Calvin Robinson.
Yeah, big
That-
dude.
If he's got command of that fastball, that changeup is devastating.
Yeah, he used it a lot that last inning. I was paying attention.
Yeah.
I was just standing behind. I really do, Kevin, to get Kevin. It's the second time I called you Kevin, Brian. Apologize. I got business on the
Well,
mind.
I've been called worse, but we hope not.
Kevin. Oh my Lord, I can't believe that's the second time I called you that. But I really like this vibe.
And a ground ball. Landrum up with it, throws over, and the pick can't be made. And that's the second time we had the throwing error in as many innings from Kent Landrum. So the E6 and the runner is at first base. Browning giving up the dinger, and now the error, and the first two have reached. You know, and the thing about it is, Mitch, you know, we talk about you're a big fly kind of guy. Do you like that?
I do. I like my big flies.
And this is wood bat. That's legit right there.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. As I was getting to that next, it's wood bat. It's a wood bat league, and you never know. That guy's swinging a dinger actually. Number 6, whoever that is on deck. That is a dinger bat.
Yeah, we usually don't
Oh, sorry.
do that, but it is.
Sorry.
Because then we got to mention everybody. We play no favorites.
No favorites.
One ball, one strike to Colton Nichols, who had an RBI sac fly in the second inning, and he's down 1-2.
That's radio failure, buddy.
What are you gonna do?
I will tell you what, this is not an air-conditioned room. It is a great day to be in here for my first time on the call.
Ball gets away from Hendrickson on the wild pitch by Browning, and Halim's into second. It's 2-2. It is nice, right?
Yeah, it's. I'm sure the last couple of weeks it's been pretty hot in here.
We get the fans rolling pretty good, though. We take and we get.
You don't even have a fan on you.
Yeah, I don't today. They got the two over there. The mini one sitting in the box over there. I didn't pull it out. I'm fine. I don't. And that is a big swing and a miss by Nichols. So Browning gets the K. Big spot. Yeah, the equipment's a little more important.
Way
I'm
more
used to
important.
heat. The heat doesn't bother me.
You're a California guy.
Southwest, California, all of it. I don't mind the desert. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
I like it. You gonna sing the rest of it?
A little hippie drug culture music
Yeah.
reference there.
That's my kind of jams. I was just listening to it this weekend, backyard barbecue.
Sean Rauscher at the plate.
This is what you get when you get me on the show, Brian. Talking about absolutely nothing but outside stuff.
Oh, we got some pop culture references. We do it all, don't we, Mitch?
We do. We are well versed.
It's always been that way, though.
Yeah, well versed.
Yes. It's 0-2 to Rauscher. It's baseball, though. This is what the pastime was always about, in my opinion, right? That's a ball.
Sweating, rolling down your back in the middle.
And you can talk about absolutely nothing, or you could talk about something and watch the ball game, right?
Yep, it's why I like
Keep score.
Chris Duncan and Brad Thompson. I like how they do that. So I'm trying to mimic the fun that they bring to the table. There's also a
Absolutely.
Southwest guy.
Exactly.
Thompson was
Yep.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. Brad Thompson, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Brad. Yeah, Brad Thompson's. I really love listening to Brad Thompson.
Still looks like he's 22.
He's fun. Makes the game interesting, right?
That's how we get the fans here.
And that is strike 3. And Rauscher goes down. So back-to-back Ks for Browning brings up top of the order, Henry Kufa. Was hit by a pitch, scored a run, flied out to center field. Got a run still at second base.
Ooh.
Gray squad up 4-3 on the home run from Bryce Byers. Edwardsville guy. Played for Coach Funkhauser over there.
I thought he was
That ball's driven to deep center, but boy, Linder it started dying.
Yeah, that wind is blowing in. The flag's not moving right now, but you can feel it blowing in our face. Just kind of knocked that down. Little top spin.
Absolutely. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Score 4-3 Gray.
I'm gonna get.
Not necessarily that I was like some big fisher by any means, but the analogy of like big fish, little pond. Holy cow! When you start to realize where your talent fits in this grand picture of what baseball actually is, not just what you've been exposed to, your mind's like, holy cow! I better step it up.
It was me. So we got the microphones all switched around again. Thanks to Mitchie the Kid for stopping in. That's what we call him around here. Mitchie the Kid. Host of the Hitting Zone podcast. He's also the owner proprietor of the Hitting Zone training facility. Does some instruction on both baseball and softball. Mitch has been great to work with. We've been working with Mitch now, what? This is our third year? Yeah. He comes out, calls ball games with us, high school ball games, did the GAC with us all season. It's been a great asset to Youth Baseball Midwest, and we appreciate his work. Jack Brett Schneider on the mound now for the Gray Squad. I got to finish up my book here or I get all messed up. He'll be facing first and right to the top of the lineup with Nick Mullinex, Sean Mitchell, and Cohen Linderer. Brett Schneider, we've seen he's had pretty good stuff in all of his outings. Been pretty efficient. And interesting to see how he comes out here. I believe this is his fourth appearance now. He's appeared in every week of the league. Jack Brett Schneider of Francis Howell High School. Ground ball, one pitch, one out as Halim steps on first. Gotta love that. Baseball economics, folks. One pitch, one out. That was Nick Mullinex. Top of the fifth. 3 unassisted if you're scoring at home, folks. Sean Mitchell at the plate. Takes ball one. Ooh. Misses in 2-0. Everybody having some fun at the ballpark here. And that misses outside. It's 3-0. I think it's been interesting watching the interaction between the players from the first week till now, the fourth week, as they've gotten to know each other better. Some of these guys did know each other, from others, but being in the dugout, a little different. So it's been a lot of fun watching this. 1 out walk for Sean Mitchell brings up Cohen Linderer. And that ball is shot into center field. Big fly there. Linneman's under it. And that is out number 2. So another one pitch at bat. And a fly out to center field. Noah Hendrickson at the plate. Outside, ball one. Another fly ball to deep center. Linneman back, makes the catch. And other than the 4-pitch walk, Brett Schneider taking care of business. We're heading to the top of the 6th inning, score 4-3 Gray.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at CarShield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, you know. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right, folks, we're back here. Speaking of baseball, if you're here, please take a moment, subscribe, hit the dinger, get your notifications for more. We've got 3 more weeks of the PCDL. Then we'll also be heading over to Sedalia for this year's centennial celebration, the Legion State Championships, 19 and under. We've got a great week of baseball there. Going to be some really good baseball teams in this championship, folks. Guys fighting it out. It was great last year. Really good high-level baseball. Ellsbury, post 2-2-6, took home the championship, beat Moberly in the championship game, and both these teams are reloaded again. Most of the same guys back, so I'm looking forward to seeing if those guys can make those runs again. We're going to be at the Mid-South Regional Tournament. We got 7 states coming to Washington, Missouri for the Legion Mid-South Regional, and we will be live streaming that right here on Youth Baseball Midwest. There is Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas going to be part of this Mid-South Regional, and we're looking forward to bringing it to you. Lots of good baseball still left here in July and the first part of August, folks. So make sure you are subscribed here to Youth Baseball Midwest. Tom Dickinson leading off is going to be facing Will Browning for his second inning of work. Off speed, fouls it back out of play right off the hands. Cena, foul tipped into the glove, 0-2. Today's ball game's been much cleaner. We've had a few more, still some walks early in there, some hit by pitch, a little anger. Management still left there, and that's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, but overall some good defense, some good swings, good clean baseball today. Some guys making some plays. Anthony Gurr has been really good at third base. Big fly coming on and can't make it. It's got a late jump. Jackson Vaughn in left. Linder playing very deep. Got a late break. Didn't see it early. And the single for Dickinson. Brings up, hey, we're back in order. Logan Winkleman. Nobody caught it. Fouled back out of play. Strike 1. Good curveball from Browning. 0-2. Browning's gotten ahead, and both these pitchers a little unlucky on the pop fly. Good change. It's fouled into the dugout. That's fouled back out of play. We'll do it again. 4 pitches, all strikes in this at-bat. One ball, 2 strikes. Couldn't get him to chase the slider away. Jaden Jones on deck. Hit the home run yesterday. About the same place that Byer hit his. Logan chases upstairs and goes down swinging. That is out number 1. Ooh, foul tipped. Strike 1 to Jones. Misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gura on deck. That's into right field. Catch made by Beeman for out number 2. Will Browning trying to finish off a pretty good outing for himself here today, facing Anthony Gura 1 for 2. He did reach on the error. Was thrown out at home plate and stranded at third in the 4th inning. It's ball 1. Off the hands, 1 ball, 1 strike. Browning doesn't look to be just overpowering, but he's got a lot of spin, hitting spots, throwing strikes. You attack the strike zone, you're going to get some opportunities. At the knees, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good fastball. And the tag's made for another K to end the inning. That's 3 Ks in 2 innings for Browning. Gave up the 1 home run, but a nice job for Mr. Browning as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. I love it. I agree completely. Coaching wise, we've talked to infielders. I would talk to infielders. Look, because we're so caught up in, give me max effort. And so in our minds, effort is straining, is stress, moving. I'm like, no.
Quick and flowy.
Smoother. And I would always say this, smoother is faster.
Yep.
When you see somebody come through, boom, smooth, boom, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
folks, we glad you joined with us here today. Remember that Youth Baseball Midwest is a production of Red Earth Productions, LLC. My crack staff over here. On the pictures for you is Lauren Klutz. On the engineering, doing all the graphics, keeping the board up, making everything happen. Our production manager, lead engineer is Drew Klutz. So appreciate you guys taking care of business. Part of the Red Earth Productions staff. If you want to know more about Red Earth Productions, you can go to www.redearthprod, that is redearthprod.com. Jake Brettschneider out for his second inning of work. He's going to be facing his old teammate right off the get, Jackson Vaughn, then followed by Skylar Stock and Trey Kent Landrum. Here's a couple guys that know each other very well. Teammates at Francis Howell for the last 4 years. Both just graduated high school, giving each other a nice grin. Let's do it. Who's going to get the better of who? Grounder, and it's going to be Brettschneider with the weak grounder back. A little laugh and out number one. Brettschneider has been seriously efficient. Another one pitch at bat. And if you're scoring at home, that is 1-3. For out number one, Skylar Stock at the plate. Ball one. Popped up. That's going to get back out of play. Woo! 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the duck and cover version of the pop foul. That misses in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Skylar Stock. Kent Landrum waiting on deck. Three 3-1. Stock was robbed of a hit over there by Anthony Gurra in the first inning. Struck out 0 for 2 today. Trying to get himself on base. Swings over the top of a good changeup. Three and 2. And the fastball misses. So kind of how it went in the top of the fifth or the bottom of the fifth last time. That's bottom of the sixth. Bottom. Yeah. Anyway, bottom of the sixth here. It's the same thing as we saw in the bottom. Runner goes back into first base. Kent Landrum at the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. Stock. Oh, and that ball's hammered fair down into the left field corner. On his horse is Stock, and coach is going to send him, and we got to throw home, and he's safe. So a ringing RBI double for Kent Landrum scores Skylar Stock all the way from first base. And this ball game is tied 4-4. James Dolly to the plate. Little grounder. Jones up, throws over, and the ball is up high and pulls Halim off the bag. And we got first and third with one out. That brings Oliver Karchi to the plate. He's walked twice, been stranded on the base paths both times. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Beeman on deck. Step off by Brett Schneider. Oh, and Dolly is caught. Leaning and doesn't get back, picked off. And that's out number 2 and clears that 1-3 on the pickoff. Landrum at third. And Brett Schneider erases one of the base runners. And he's 0-2 to Karchi. Oh, fantastic curveball from Brett Schneider. Freezes Karchi. And that's the last out of the 6th inning. We head to top of the 7th. Score tied 4-4.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. Okay, folks, Max Powers, who we've seen last few weeks. He's done multiple innings. He can do one inning today. He's got the top of the 7th inning here. And then we'll finish out with the gold team with Jack Cartwright. We've seen Cartwright in the field, but haven't seen him on the mound yet, so going to get a chance to see him here. See if somebody can scratch through here and get a run, take the lead. It's a 4-4 tie. The big-time double from Kent Landrum in the bottom of the 6th. That ball was smoked. Skylar Stock was running on that pitch, and, man, he made it all the way home on a close play. It was a very good throw from the outfield and the relay. Made it close. He's going to face off against Andrew Kovalek, Joey Linneman, and Marcus Graham here in the top of the 7th inning. Noah Hendrickson behind the plate for Powers. Mullenix moves over to left field. It looks like we have Sean Mitchell at third. Karchi's at second. Landrum still at short. Linderer in center field, and Dolly in right. Jackson Vaughn back to first base. That's ball one to Kovalak. You know, sometimes when you just kind of stop, you can hear the birds chirping in the background. It's not a big crowd, but the calmness of the ballpark is kind of cool. Swinging foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Kovalak. Kovalak's been hit by a pitch, stranded, and doubled and was stranded at third. Two and one. Ground ball to Landrum. Up with it, throws across. Much better throw for Landrum there for out number 1. Brings up Joey Linneman, who is 1 for 2 today. He's been on base both times, reached on the fielder's choice, and has singled. He's got a stolen base and an RBI. Oh and 1. Oh and 2 to Linneman. That's strike 3. That's a good pitch. So strike 3, and Linneman goes down. 2 outs, brings up Marcus Graham. 0 for 1 today. Walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the 2nd inning. Strike at the knees. One ball, 1 strike as Powers misses outside. Two balls and a strike. That'll wake you up in the morning. I would have had that, Lauren. Yeah. I'd have had it. Caught it with my teeth. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Graham. I mean, you know, you do what you can. Make plays and all that sort of jazz. It's outside. Full count. Powers trying to finish off this inning. 1, 2, 3. See if he challenges Graham here. and that is ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Graham brings up the big bat in Bryce Byer, who jacked one out of here in the 5th inning. 1 for 2 today. Strike on the inside corner. Powers has gotten ahead of hitters today, which has been something he had not done in his previous outings here at the PCDL. One ball, one strike. Second stolen base for Marcus Graham. Showing off the wheels. Long look. Good curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catches the outside corner for Browning. Zach Halim on deck. And a swing and a miss on that curveball. He came back to it, and the strikeout ends the inning. So, Strand 1, 2 Ks. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Score 4-4.
Not necessarily that I was like some big fish or by any means, but the analogy of like big fish, little pond. Holy cow! When you start to realize where your talent fits in and this grand picture of what baseball actually is, not just what you've been exposed to, your mind's like, holy cow! I better step it up.
Okay, folks, out here for the bottom of the 7th inning is Lincoln Rockette. This young man was at State Fair, pitched at Liberty High School, the Eagles, and see him here for the first time in the PCDL. So looking forward. Last time I saw him was a senior in high school, pitching for the Liberty Eagles. He was on a pretty good staff, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years ago. Gosh, that was, oh my goodness. They had the big righty that ended up, I believe, at SLU. I'm going to have to go back and look now, Drew.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about, Lane? Ty Holman, yes.
You actually had a pretty good year, so 20, 25 innings through, and had some pretty good numbers.
As a freshman?
Yeah.
Very good. Good for Ty. I hadn't Hadn't seen that. So, and then they had the lefty too, didn't they? At Liberty.
Yeah, he's at Mineral area.
Mineral area, correct.
He, I don't know how. I don't know how many innings he threw or if he threw it all, but yeah, he's in Mineral area. He was committed to Central Methodist or William Woods until really late, and they switched to Mineral area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Liberty had a good pitching staff that season, and Roquette was part of that. And that's a strike. Leading off this inning against is Jackson Beeman. He takes strike one, and then we'll be heading back to the top of the order. And that is fouled off the big toe for strike two. Yeah, heck yeah, that was Dobratz's freshman year too. Yeah, Ty Holman, Alex Young. That's the other young man, lefty pitcher. Braden Snurbush and Lincoln Roquette. That was a solid pitching staff for that Liberty squad. A lot of good guys there. I think Snurbush went to Logan. Yep. So, guys having success. Popped up, sky high, shallow right. Love the taking charge out there by, I believe that looks like Marcus Graham out there. Yep, it is. Playing right field. Takes charge. Out number one. Nick Mullinex at the plate. He is 0 for 1, but has scored twice, walked, and hit by a pitch. Takes and swings at strike one. One ball, one strike. Two and one. Mullinex lays off. 3 balls and a strike. So that's his second walk, third time on base for Mullinex. Let's see if he scores again. This opportunity for the Gold Squad to take the lead. A one-out walk by Roquette brings up Sean Mitchell. Mitchell's walked twice and struck out. Scored a run. Ball one. We'll have one more half inning with Jack Cartwright to pitch. Runner goes, and that's fouled. Back to the backstop. I think it is. Kovalak behind the plate looking at his glove like wondering, why didn't I catch that? That'd have been a heck of a tough play, I'll tell you that. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see if Mullinex goes again. Throw over. Not close. He's back in easily. Oh! So I'll tell you what, man, the top of this order, walk, HBP, ground out to the first baseman, walk, K, walk, HBP. These guys, man, it's been rough. Been rough up there. But they've been on base, so let's see if Linderer can drive in another run. He has a RBI in the first inning. And it's ball one. One ball, one strike. That pitch is away from Kovalak to the fence. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Second and third with nobody out. As Linderer gets back in the box with a 2-1 count. Hendrickson and then Vaughn. To follow. Buzz in the tower with a 3-1 count. Three-two. Nice job by Kovalak to keep that ball in front as Linderer makes his way to first base. So the base is loaded. Rocket in trouble here with nobody out. Walk, hit by pitch, walk. And now you got to face Noah Hendrickson with Jackson Vaughn on deck. And instead of throwing three more pitches, he just sticks it in his middle of his back. And it scored the run. And it looks like that's going to be the pitch count for Rocket, and we're going to flip it over. So we head to the top of the eighth inning with the score now 5-4. Gold. They're looking for a win.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at CarShield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, you know. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right. Jack Cartwright on the mound. Hendrickson behind the plate. Mullenix at third. Kent Landrum at short. Got Karchi at second. Mitchell at first. Dolly in right field. Linder in center. And back out to left field is Jackson Vaughn. Here in the eighth, Cartwright's going to face Zach Halim, Colton Nichols, and Sean Rauscher to try and finish his game. Cartwright from the left side, grounded sharply to Mitchell. One pitch, one out. That's good baseball economics, folks. Three unassisted. Colton Nichols. Fastball, strike one. Kind of runs away from the right-handed hitter there. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nichols. Two balls and a strike. Fouled into the glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is over in the picnic perch. That's not a bad gig, man. Coming out to the ballpark, $30 for all-inclusive food, drinks. Picnic perch. No. Nichols not happy. He's had a tough day at the plate. Although he's got the sac fly. Pops out to the third baseman, or the first baseman, excuse me. Out number 2. Sean Rauscher to the plate. Cartwright looking pretty good on the mound here. First time out. Looks like a change up there. Had Rauscher way out front for strike 1. Looks like the pitches that he's throwing, everything's got pretty good arm side run. That one right back up the middle. Landrum to his glove side, throws, and is not going to get the speedy Rauscher. So the infield single for Rauscher takes us back to the top of the order. Kufa glad he gets another opportunity at the plate. Get another at-bat. This will be his 4th at-bat of the day. Hit by the pitch and scored, and he's 0 for 2. Outside, ball 1. Cartwright with a base runner now. Pop straight back, foul, out of play. On the roof for strike 1. I think the grade team would hope to get a win here. Comeback victory, right? That's a big swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff, Henry Kufa. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. That is now 3 balls and a strike. Am I correct in that, Drew? 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm going to go with Drew. Long look. Foul. To the screen. We'll reset. And that ends the ball game. Kufa down on strikes. Good off speed from Cartwright. And we have a 5-4 win for the Gold Squad, Team Perk. Folks, thanks for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back next week on Monday for another ball game here at the ballpark at CarShield Field with the PCDL League. Until then, everybody have a great day in the Lord. Goodbye from the ballpark.